Arsenal's fourth crowd of around 50,000 this season, swelling their overall attendances at Highbury to around 750,000, which means gate receipts of over £2 million. But if high finance mirrors Arsenal's booming fortunes, the distinctive flavour of this appetising cup tie revolves around one man in the opposite camp. Brian Clough has never been further than this in the FA Cup in over 30 years as player and manager, and the football world wonders if this could be his season. Not if Arsenal's current form is any guide. They've won their last 7 matches, and apart from bringing back David O'Leary at number 5 after resting his Achilles injury, George Graham sees no reason to change his side high on bristling ambition. Forest have brought back Steve Chettle at number 2 in place of Gary Fleming, and Gary Crosby keeps his place at number 7. And Nigel Clough will be hoping for a happier day here than on Boxing Day, when he went off with a hamstring injury and missed 8 matches. The referee this afternoon is David Scott from Burnley. The 6th round of the FA Cup, always an exciting moment in the football calendar. And Arsenal will be playing in the first half from left to right. Nottingham Forest today in white shirts and black shorts. Arsenal fans at that left-hand end on the north bank. The Forest supporters at the other end, the clock end. Adams, Hayes, Smith. Free kick, Hayes was fouled. Noticeable that Forest have brought Paul Wilkinson back to mark Tony Adams. Foster's keeping an eye on Smith. Header was by Pearce. Here's Winterburn. Sansom. O'Leary. Hayes and Chettle. Oh, Sansom. Adams there. Richardson. Well set up by Arsenal, and when the ball dropped, it was Kevin Richardson who struck it. Steve Sutton saw it coming. Adams, Rice. Clough, what a good return. Rice again. Flag was up for offside anyway, but Arsenal can play on. David Rocastle. Well played by Webb. This is Rice. Pearce goes down the left wing. Wilkinson's making ground in the centre for Nottingham Forest. Still Pearce and Lukic able to hang on at the near post. Although Pearce would have hoped to get that ball across where Wilkinson was waiting, and Crosby too was coming in from the far side. A good break by Forest. Stuart Pearce relishing perhaps the chance today of the direct comparison with Kenny Sansom. The two England left-backs on the same pitch in a very big game. And Kenny's been going through a pretty rough time recently, so it'll be a challenge for him. That was Richardson. This is Hayes. And this is Smith. Oh, well played, Foster. Vital interception. Webb. The game really picking up pace now. Webb again. Out on the right is Crosby. Well played, Adams. And Foster this time is penalised. But it was his interception back in the penalty area that prevented a great opening for Alan Smith. And Arsenal are waiting because David O'Leary appears to need some attention. David O'Leary, who's been playing through an awful lot of pain with his Achilles, In fact, Gary Lewin, the physio there, has been working on him just about all day, every day this week to get him fit. Well, these are exciting times at Highbury. Big crowds, Cup glory. Now David O'Leary will have to come off, and one feared this might happen. They gave him a rest last week, brought him back today, but he's hobbling off now, the big centre-half. And here's a great cheer for Paul Davis, back in the first-team picture following his hernia operation, but there'll have to be a reshuffle. Davis is a midfield player, so I would imagine that Michael Thomas will go back to centre-half. Cloughie. Wilkinson, good effort. Oh, that's a tremendous goal. Paul Wilkinson for Nottingham Forest, struck majestically. A corking goal to light up a cup tie for Brian Clough's team. Laid on by his son Nigel. After Michael Thomas had hesitated, having just switched into O'Leary's position, Clough played it back, and Wilkinson hammered that with such power. It hit the inside of the post and flew in. And Nottingham Forest have scored just 2 minutes before half-time. How big a blow will that be for Arsenal? George Graham looking anxious, but his team win a free kick straight away from the kickoff. Paul Davis to take it. Adams and Smith waiting far side. Adams was up. Hayes! Oh, good stop. Winterburn just wide. Well, Steve Sutton, with defenders in front of him, responded there as Hayes drove that through. It was a good stop. Time. Nottingham Forest lead by 1-0. Brian Clough, perhaps as near to a semi-final as he's ever been, with his son Nigel laying on the goal for Paul Wilkinson after 43 minutes. So Arsenal attacking the north bank. Foster for Nottingham Forest, who got that boost only a couple of minutes before half-time. Richardson, Groves, oh, Perry Groves again. And away by Pearce. Rocastle, well played, Winterburn. Rocastle was held back, free kick, and the referee has gone to his notebook. Pearce protests. Nottingham Forest have got one of the best disciplinary records in the league, but Stuart Pearce, for pulling back David Rocastle, is booked there, the Forest captain, and it's also put Arsenal in a threatening position from the free kick. Straight to Wilkinson and Crosby, onside. It's the newcomer with a great chance to make it too. Winterburn, Wilkinson. Oh, they've missed it. But the chance was too much for Gary Crosby. Having just come into football at this level, he did score in the last round, but he just wanted too long today. And Winterburn got the ball away, and Wilkinson's follow-up shot went wide. And now the second sub comes on. Niall Quinn to replace Martin Hayes. So Arsenal have got the big guns out in force now. Quinn, well over 6 foot, to join Alan Smith up front. Quinn's in there again. Groves, no, couldn't fall for him. Clough and Thomas. Rice, no, well played by Winterburn. Rocastle. That's Wilson again, the number of tackles he's won. Well, nearly all the play has been with Arsenal, but they can't penetrate, or can they? Groves. They might now. Quinn's in there. Brilliant header out by Pearce. Groves again. Clough. Crosby. Clough. That's a good turn, and what a superb ball. Onside. Brian Rice for Nottingham Forest. Can he finish it this time? 2-0. Rice scores, and Brian Clough closer now to an FA Cup semi-final than ever before. And his son Nigel made the goal that may have killed off George Graham's team. One of the best pieces of appreciation of the game you'll see this season. Many players would have pushed the ball the other way, but Clough was so aware, it went to the left, and Rice was through and away. He had Wilkinson with him if he needed him, but he just pushed the ball past Lukic, and Forest are 2-0 up now, with 16 minutes to go. And a personal triumph is now a possibility for the Clough family. Davis. (2-0) they won here in the league on Boxing Day, Nottingham Forest. 2-0 they lead again this afternoon. Both the Arsenal substitutes used. Fairly careless that though, given away by Forest. This is Richardson. Adams is forward. Smith! Oh. Smith appeals for a corner. Quinn laid the ball on to Davis. It fell for Smith, but the shot going wide gives the impression that it may not be Arsenal's day. Well, just listen to the supporters of Nottingham Forest. Sanson. Groves. Three minutes away, Brian Clough now from breaking new ground, even by his extraordinary standards. Not one of the better headers from Webb. This is Smith. Oh, well, Pearce's was the challenge. Linesman standing there to signal a free kick rather than a corner. Paul Davis placing the ball. Quinn, good save by Sutton. Niall Quinn, the unlucky player. It was a good header, and it was a smart tip over. Richardson now with the corner. Foster with Quinn this time. Oh, great save, Rocastle! Deflection goal! Well, Sutton made an extraordinary save to start with, but when it came out to Rocastle, there was a touch on that as it flew through, and the deflection may have beaten the goalkeeper to make it 2-1. 88 minutes. definitely got a touch as it went through. And Forest now have a couple of anxious minutes. Well, Brian Clough's team looked to be coasting at 2-0, but at last Arsenal got some reward for their incessant attacking. And we're in the last minute of the match. And the Highbury crowd wondering if Arsenal can stage it. One of the best recoveries, I would think it would have to be of the season if they did, in the closing seconds to deprive Forest. Thomas. Pierce away. Well, the tension must be unbearable down on that bench. Rocastle. There's still time for Arsenal. In by Winterburn. Now Richardson. Quinn. Oh, Davis is in there. And Smith wide. Sutton got to him. A corner's been given. And what a dramatic finale we have here. The ground in a ferment now. Quinn and Smith waiting to come in on the corner kick. Everybody back for Forest. Rocastle to Sansom. Adams away to Quinn on the right-hand side. Forest hanging on. And there it is. Nottingham Forest are through to the semi-final, and Brian Clough gets to that stage of the FA Cup for the first time ever in over 30 years. A moment of personal history for him.